Hey everybody, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another video. This is my week 6 weigh-in. It's January 29th when I'm filming this. I'm actually filming it on the same day that I weighed in, so score one for me. Alright, so anyway, last week I weighed in at 343. This week I weighed in at 342. So that was a 1 pound loss. So since I started my journey on December 17th, I have lost a total of 16.6 pounds. So that's really good. I'm not gonna lie and say, and I wish it was more. But yeah, it's been. I'm not going to say easy, because anytime you're changing your way of life, it's not easy. But in the past, when I would have only lost like a pound or whatever, I would have just been like, you know what, screw it. I'm done. Whatever. I'm just going to go and eat like a pint of Ben & Jerry's or whatever. But I'm not. I have stuck with it. I'm sticking with it. And one of the things that's really helped me is this channel. And I just checked before I started filming this video. I just hit 101 subscribers. Guys, like my goal was to be at 100 by the end of January, which I really didn't think it was possible. And I am so excited. Not because of that number, but to know that I have that many people out there that are interested in how I'm doing and are interested in what's working for me and my struggles, my triumphs, because I watch tons of videos of, a lot of you guys that have channels that have subscribed to me. I watch your videos and I try to comment when I can, and it's just been such a blessing with this channel. I just feel like if I want to go and have like something bad, I almost feel like, oh gosh, you can't do that, Amanda. How are you going to tell them on your next weigh-in that you did this? So, I'm wanting to lose the weight for me, but I'm also wanting to lose the weight for you guys. So, I don't know, that might sound corny, but that's how I feel. So, anyway, let's go ahead and get done. And I'm sorry for the appearance. One of my best friends is actually getting married June 3rd. And I'm going to be one of the bridesmaids in her wedding. So the bridesmaids, we all met and went and had brunch this morning. And then we went to go try on bridesmaids dresses, which is a whole other story. But I'm kind of lucky because my other best friend, I was in her wedding like a little over in November of 2015. And our colors were navy. And I still have my dress that I wore in her wedding. Well, my friend Courtney that I'm in her wedding in June, her colors are navy as well. And all the bridesmaids get to pick out their own dress. And some are doing navy, some are doing like a different color blue. So she was like, if you just want to wear the same dress, you can. I was like, yes. Because it is so hard as a bigger girl, bigger woman, whatever, to find dresses that look flattering. And you can't go to like David's Bridal or somewhere like that and try on dresses that fit. Dresses are 2 sizes smaller. So if you wear a size 16, you're going to have to wear a size 20. So if you wear a 24 or 26, you're going to have to try on at least a 28 or a 30. Half the time they don't even have those sizes in the store to try on. But anyway, that's a whole other tangent. If you want me to go into more about that, let me know, and I'll definitely do a whole other video about that being anyway, so after I left there, I went to Trader Joe's and Fresh Market. I actually filmed a haul. It'll probably be up after this video, or maybe before. I don't know which one I'm going to get up first. But then I came home. I did dishes, cleaned my kitchen, put all my groceries up, and took the trash down. And I could have stayed dressed up, but I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm going to get something comfortable on. So my hair is looking a hot mess, but I feel like you guys love me regardless. So thank you for that. So anyway, with all that aside, so lost a pound this week. One of the positives that I have for this past week, I was sitting here because before I film the video, I always try to think of things that, and if I think of something during the week, I usually try to write it down. This week's been crazy. I'm also finishing up my last semester of my associates in business this semester. So between that and working full time, and earlier this week, I had a really bad migraine. So just a lot is going on. So this week's kind of been just busy, and I'm not used to that. So the positives that I have, they're not like crazy positives. They're just things that are helping me. Definitely tracking it. I've tracked every day. I was in my healthy eating zone 4 of the 7 days, which the ones that I wasn't was because I couldn't eat enough food. I was eating salads and fruit and things like that, and lean protein, and I was eating like 6 meals a day, but I was still like 18, 19 points short. So if you have any suggestions, especially because I get 57 points a day, if you have any suggestions on how to meet larger points without like having a really bad like fattening meal, because I'm trying to stay away from like the pastas and all of that stuff. So if you have any suggestions below, leave them below and let me know. So I'm going to try something a little bit different this week, and I'll tell you guys more about that on next week's video to let you know if it worked or not. But yeah, so tracking, I drank plenty of water. This thing right here, I have been filling this up at least 4 to 5 times a day. It holds 30 ounces, but I always keep ice in it. So I would say I'm probably hitting about 80 ounces of water a day, maybe more. Today I feel like crap because we went and ate breakfast out, which I haven't been eating out hardly at all. So I had like an omelet with turkey sausage and spinach, and then I had grits, and then I had that water. Well, I didn't have any other water like while they were trying on dresses or any of that. So I did stop and get me like a huge thing of Smart Water. It's not my favorite water, but I am like downing this water. I am so thirsty. I'm used to drinking so much water. In days that I don't, my body can tell it. So I've been drinking water. Also too, last week or the week before, I went to get some Halo Top, the Halo Top ice cream. My cousin had weight loss surgery in December. I think I mentioned that on my channel before. And she's able to start, she's able to eat that the Halo Top, because she has to get added protein into her diet. So I decided a couple weeks ago that I was going to, I went and bought like 5 different flavors. I think I bought, I think I bought red velvet, peanut butter cup, chocolate chip cookie dough, cookies and cream, and I can't remember the other one. But we tried them all, and we had like a little taste test, and I gave her the peanut butter cup, and I brought the rest of them home. Normally, if it was like the old me, like I love Ben & Jerry's ice cream, and I will sit there and eat a whole pint at one time. Well, these Halo Tops are so good, but I'm so proud of myself that was like, I think almost 2 weeks ago, and I have only ate 1 of them. I haven't been tempted to go in there and sit down with a whole pint. Granted, I think part of that is because it's so cold, and I do not want ice cream when it's cold. But I still think that is a positive, because if it's in there, I'm going to eat it, and I haven't eaten it. So that's my positive. My negative, I still cannot be motivated to incorporate exercise into my routine. I've done the walk away, the pounds a couple times. I live in a very old house, and anytime I do like the walking, my house shakes, and I'm afraid like things are going to fall off the wall. I can't, it's just not a good situation. So I have a membership at Planet Fitness, but I don't go. I really want to do something in classes. Some people left some comments below one of my last videos about some classes that I want to try, and me and one of my friends are actually going to go and try a couple of the classes that you guys suggested. But I was thinking about joining the YMCA. I found out that my work does a 15% discount there. You get the first month free, like the joining fee is waived, and then there's a few other perks from it. But I was just wondering, do any of you have YMCA memberships? If you do, do you find it beneficial? Do the class sizes or the class schedules work for you? That's another thing that I'm trying to look at and see if the class, because I want to do like Zumba and things, but I don't know. I've got to find something that works for my schedule. And I know I just need to be pushed out of my comfort zone a little bit. But when I have something that I have to do, like let's say I have an appointment at 2 o'clock, I know I have to be somewhere at 2 o'clock. Well, if like the gym, if I don't have like, if I'm not meeting a friend or if I don't have a class or something to go to, then Amanda will just like say, okay, well, I'm going to go at 9 o'clock. Well, it's like 9 o'clock. I'm going to wait and go at 11. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to go at 2 o'clock. And then 2 o'clock gets there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go at 4. And then at 4 o'clock, I'm like, oh, it's too late. I'm going to have to wind down pretty soon. So I keep pushing it back. So I feel like I need some accountability. But I don't want to go and start paying another membership somewhere and not use it. So if you have a YMCA membership, or if you have one in the past, or whatever, let me know what you think. I think the Y is like $55 here. I'm in North Carolina, and I know families can get discounts and things, but it's just me. So I know 15% off for that. But just let me know if you think that it's worth it if you have a membership there. Okay, so food find for this week. And I'm sorry, I don't have them with me. They're in the kitchen, and I'm just too lazy and too tired right now to go get them. But my favorite thing this week has been the Caramel Premier protein shakes. And I know I've talked about this before, and I've had them on a couple haul videos. And I blame Shelly at Shelly's Home Life for this, because she got me hooked on these, and now I bought like 3 packs of them at Walmart the other day. Sam's Club, I went there, and they only have the chocolate and vanilla, so I just buy the 4 packs. They are so good. I've been brewing. I got an old coffee pot, because I have a Keurig. So I got an older coffee pot. I've been brewing a pot of coffee. I've been putting them in my making ice cube tray. I put them in an ice cube tray. I'm making ice cubes. Then in the morning when I get up, I'll put my coffee ice cubes, and then I'll put like a splash. And I'll actually brew me a cup of coffee when I first get up. I'll come in here, work a little bit. I'll go back after the coffee's already made, like maybe 15-20 minutes later, once it's had time to cool down just a little bit. Pour that over my coffee ice cubes with just a splash or two of the sweet Italian sweet cream sugar-free creamer. And then I'll pour my caramel protein shake over it. And it's a caramel iced coffee. And then sometimes I'll add like some of my Jordan Skinny syrups or some of the foam topping. So good. And it keeps me so full. Like, I have to force myself to eat in a few hours because I am so full from that. That's going back to where I feel like I'm having a hard time getting all my calories in, or all of my points in for the day. But that has been, especially on days where I know that I'm not going to be able to eat for a while, or like days where I know I'm going somewhere for lunch, but I want something that's going to keep me filled up until I'm able to go somewhere for lunch. So those Caramel Premier protein shakes, highly recommend. And I know some people feel like protein shakes or protein kind of leaves like a bad aftertaste. I feel the same way. These do not. I love them. They are so good. And a full one is 2 points, 2 smart points. So there's been a couple mornings where I've only put half of one in there. Those are also good if you take the just regular ice cubes, not coffee ice cubes, just regular ice cubes, a banana, and the caramel protein shake, and blend it up. It tastes so good. It's like a chocolate peanut butter cup in a so good. Highly recommend that. Okay. My non-food favorite. This is kind of different. It's not an actual tangible thing. And it's again from Shelly's Home Life. I was watching one of her videos. I think it was one of her Weight Watchers check-ins. And she said this quote. She found this on the Connect app on the Weight Watchers, on the Connect section of the Weight Watchers app which I love. If you do Weight Watchers and you do not use the Connect app, so much motivation and so much just information and support on there. Like, highly recommend it. If you're having a bad day where you just feel like that things aren't clicking, that you just want to go and eat like a whole large pizza, just go on the Connect app and see some of the success stories on there. It's amazing. But anyway, Shelly was talking about this lady that she saw on the app, and she said this quote: "You need to have the determination for the days when you don't have the motivation." That is so true. And this is kind of corny. I actually wrote it on just a little piece of paper. It's like the back of a food plan thing. And I actually keep this on my desk. So I keep that on there because when I'm working and I'm like, man, what am I doing this for? Or when I want to go in there and grab something, junk food or whatever, I look at that and I'm like, you know what? You can do it. It might not be easy, and some days are much harder than others, believe me. But that quote just spoke to me for some reason. And I'm not normally like a quote or, sayings or like sappy kind of things. But I was watching Shelly's video. She said that. I stopped what I was doing, took out that pen and paper, and wrote that down because that hit me. So I challenge you to find something. I know a lot of people do like the vision boards and things, but find a quote or saying, or maybe it's an old picture of yourself that gives you the motivation or the determination on those days that you kind of forget what you're doing it for. When you have those days where maybe your kids are getting on your nerves, or, you're starting to compare yourself to other people and like, oh, so-and-so, they've lost, they've been doing this for the same amount of time and they lost 5 pounds this week and I gained 0.5 or whatever. Find those things that keep you motivated and determined to keep going, because I tell you what, it's hard and it does get easier, but you're still going to have those hard days. So, sorry, I talk with my hands. But anyway, so that quote, highly recommend finding something that speaks to you. So, for my recipe, and if you want me to do a recipe video, let me know. I don't know how I would film it. I would have to really figure that out. But this week, my favorite recipe was my turkey burgers, my honey mustard turkey burgers. I think last week I said I was going to make shrimp tacos, turkey burgers, and something else. I can't remember what it was. I ended up only making the turkey burgers. I had enough of my everything chicken that I made last weekend that kind of carried me through the first part of the week. I had some frozen meals that I wanted to use, and then I had some salad mix that I needed to get rid of to eat before it went bad. So I didn't make the shrimp tacos, and the turkey burgers made enough for 3 or 4 meals. So, but all I did was I just took 1 pound of ground turkey. I think I used the 93% and 7% fat. Take that, just put it in a bowl. I put about 1/4 of a cup of honey mustard dressing. Use the one that has the coarse ground mustard, you can see the actual mustard seeds in it. I used the Newman's Own lightened up honey mustard. Also, you can use the Bolthouse Farms, which I finally found some more today. Yay! But about 1/4 of a cup. And then in the past when I've made it, I've taken about 1/4 of a cup of oats, just, instant oats or whatever. And either you can use them whole, or you can grind them up and mix it, because you need some type of binder. Because since you're adding more liquid to the turkey, I found it just doesn't hold together very well if you don't have some type of binder in there. But I didn't have any oats, so I just used 1/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. So just mix all that up and then you form it into patties. We had some cold weather this week, so I normally like to cook these on the grill outside. And when I do that, I'll save a little bit of that 1/4 of a cup of honey mustard and kind of glaze the burgers on with that while they're cooking. I didn't do that inside. I just end up mixing it all with the turkey and then just, you know, cook them till you get the correct temperature until there's no pink in the middle. Those were so good, and I ate them on just a sandwich thin with a slice of the Sargento thin sliced cheddar, and then lettuce, tomato. You can add pickles, onions, whatever you know you want on your burger. You can always put a little bit of extra of the honey mustard on there if you want. I didn't. I did put me a little bit of ketchup on the side. I fixed it with some of the. I ate it with some of the Alexia straight cut fries. So good. And then just had some ketchup on the side. But that meal, it was like going to Red Robin or somewhere like that and getting a burger. It was so good. So I highly recommend that recipe. And I don't have a recipe for it. It was just, like I said, several years ago, I did this this PSP Fit program, and that was one of the recipes, but I can't find that recipe, and we don't have access to those records anymore. So there are plenty of honey mustard recipes out there, but like I said, just a pound of ground turkey, about 3/4 of a cup of the honey mustard dressing, and then some type of binder of your choice, breadcrumbs, oats, whatever you want to use, and then just make patties just like you would, you know, regular hamburger. And then you can just, you know, dress it up whatever you want. You could even not put it on the sandwich thins, put it on top of a salad, whatever. But it is so good. Highly recommend that. But yeah, that's all I've got for you today. So down a pound. Oh, I do have a couple goals that I do want to set. Like I said, I'm going to be in a wedding on June 3rd, which is about, I think it's 124 days away. Which is about 18 weeks. So my goal is to lose 2 pounds a week. And well, my goal is to get to 50 pounds lost by June 3rd. I've lost 16.6 so far. I think it's very manageable. That's actually averaging less than 2 pounds a week. I am really going to try to start incorporating exercise this week. I have to. I just feel better when I'm up moving around. So that is my goal, to lose 50 pounds by June 3rd. My dress from when I was in the previous wedding, it's a little tight. So I need to, you know, get that taken care of. But I would really love to get to 300 by June the 3rd. That would have me lose 58.6, but I'm just going to say 50 for now. If I have some good weeks, I may change that, but I feel like 50 is very, very attainable. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions on anything that I've asked so far in this video, if you want me to do a whole video about being the fat bridesmaid, let me know. Actually, I don't even have enough to say to be the fat bridesmaid. It wasn't as bad as I thought, but I think that's one of the things that I struggle with, is I already psych myself, like put myself in a bad frame of mind before I even do anything or go anywhere. So I've had so much anxiety about going and trying on dresses and stuff. I didn't even have to try on dresses, but anyway, if you have any questions or any suggestions, let me know. Just leave those below. And also was thinking about doing some other types of videos. I really want to start incorporating other things besides weight loss, but things that I feel like are important as you're going through this journey to become a better version of yourself. So would you guys be interested in doing some like other self-care, self-love kind of videos? Let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I have a couple of ideas of some things I want to do, but that is actually my friend Emily texting me. I'm so jealous. She is in Disney World right now. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. You want to be on camera? Huh? Show everybody your... Oh, thank you. Show everybody your new haircut? No? Okay, everybody. This is Roxy, but she's camera shy, so I'm going to put her down now. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amanda. Thank you so much for stopping in. And hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amanda. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. Why can I not talk today, Roxy? I'm tired.